Hi guys, and welcome to Community Conversations, brought to you by Portsmouth Pride. Community Conversations is your insight into anything community, anything that is going on politically, and anything that we just think might bring a bit of joy and happiness to your lives. We want to help support the LGBTQ plus community, and we know these episodes hopefully do. So, my name's Georgia. I am the marketing and brand lead for Portsmouth Pride, and today I am joined by Pip from the awesome Portsmouth Creates. But before we say hello to her, we also have in the background, tapping away, the wonderful Chantel, who produces the show every time. So do you want to pop in and say, hey, Shan?
Hi!
So as well as being on the marketing and brand team, Chantel is also our partnered media partner and our official photographer, as with your photography business, Global Photography. That's right, Shan?
Yeah!
Yes! So you're super excited about today's episode, aren't you?
I am. I mean, I moved to Bognor a couple of years ago now, but I'm originally from Portsmouth. And the one thing that I really miss about Portsmouth is the arts and the culture kind of side of things. So I'm really excited for today's episode.
Yeah, and I mean, we go over to Portsmouth all the time for that reason, right?
Absolutely.
So that's why we're both buzzing this evening. If you're wondering why we've got big smiles on our faces, it's not only because we're really excited to see you guys, it's because we're really excited to get the lowdown on Portsmouth Creates. So Shan, do you want to get Pip in?
I'm going to disappear. Let's bring Pip in, okay?
Ciao, ciao.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi Pip, how are you doing?
I'm really good. Thank you for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for finding the time to come on. We're really grateful. So let's get into this. We're super excited, as you can tell. So you're from Portsmouth Creates, but what is that?
Portsmouth Creates is a community interest company. So it's completely for the people of the city, basically, and the city region. So we founded about a year ago. So we've been going for just over a year now. And the whole purpose of Portsmouth Creates is to encourage culture and creativity and amazing stuff across the city. It's a beautiful, wonderful place to live and work. And we're also very proud to be a part of it. So yeah, we've been doing a whole range of things to support the people, really. And we mean everything from street art through to street dance, through to hip hop, any type of art. It's not just culture and art galleries, although they're wonderful as well, but it's a much broader definition of culture, everything that gets people excited.
And I mean, that's something that's really clear in your values, isn't it? The fact that it's not just about opera and highbrow culture that actually might exclude some people. This is very much about including everyone.
Yeah, this is 100% about inclusivity, and it's something there's 4 directors currently of Portsmouth Creates. I'm one of those 4. You've also got the wonderful Tim Rusby, and you've also got Terry Hall from Victorious. I'm sure a lot of you know Terry from there. And Paul Ganella from, oh my goodness, the name of his company's gone completely.
From Strong Island, is it?
Thank you, Strong Island. Just whistled out of my head there for a second. Sorry about that, Paul. But, our values are absolutely everything to us. That's what we hold ourselves up against. So, it's all about passion, ambition, honest, accessibility, independent, courageous, unpretentious, and rooted in the community. We want to get stuff done. That's what we're all about, making things happen.
And I think you've definitely evidenced that by the actions that you've definitely already taken as a group. Not only are you talking the talk, you're certainly walking the walk, I must say. So you said Portsmouth Creates was founded about a year ago. How did it start then? How did this all come about? Whose idea was it?
I think it was a lot of people around the city realised that there was a real need and a desire to all come together to work together to make the creativity in the city even better. I think James Rawls and Terry Hall from Victorious were a key part of this decision, as was Councillor Steve Pitt and Tim Rusby himself. There was a lot of conversations going on at that point between Portsmouth City Council and the university as well. We are funded by the Arts Council of England, the University of Portsmouth, Portsmouth City Council, and by Victorious themselves. So it's a big team that want to make this happen and work together. It's it's a great team to be a part of, and I'm very proud to be part of it.
Yeah, and what an interesting collaboration, which we're kind of seeing more and more, this collaboration between commercial and sort of public sectors coming together to make positive social change and have that positive impact, which is really, really nice to see.
It's lovely, and what I love about it is the ability to just turn literally on a penny and make something happen quickly enough to respond. When COVID hit, we were really aware that a lot of people with no warning had literally been locked inside their houses and didn't necessarily have anything to keep themselves occupied. There was a lot of mental health concerns around that time. So we had a board meeting on the Thursday. I remember it vividly, and we went, okay, what can we do? And we came up with the idea of a community colouring book. So we literally contacted everybody we knew around the city and said, can you do us a picture? We want to do a colouring book for mental health and well-being across the city. The following Friday, we met and we had all the artwork in. So it was a tremendous response from artists.
Within a week?
Within a week. The following Thursday, the Hive were packing them in food parcels, and they were out by Good Friday with 3,000 people across the community. So, you know, it gives me goosebumps when I talk about it, because that's what it was all about. It was about giving people a little bit of hope and people realizing that they weren't alone.
And to do that through the arts and through creativity makes it that much more accessible, I should imagine.
Absolutely. I mean, when we all first got that first time you see someone after this long lockdown period, I guarantee you in the conversation you'll say, oh my God, what got you through? Was it the films you watched, the Netflix, the box sets, the colouring, the jigsaw puzzles, the knitting, whatever it might be? It's culture and arts that have got us through this period, and now they need our help more than ever. So that's what we're all about, and that's what's led on. We've got an initiative called Take Time, which is a bit like if you imagine a coffee shop virtually for creatives. It's run by the very wonderful Ben Claiborne, who you may have come across around the city. He works at the Guildhall as well. But he basically does that every Tuesday night. It's open to anyone and everyone to come along. So it's 8 o'clock every Tuesday night. It's on our website, so portsmouthcreates.co.uk. Have a look on there, get in touch and come along, because it's wonderful. It's the highlight of my week normally on a Tuesday night. So really recommend it.
And it's so well needed as well. I mean, I know I've struggled in lockdown. I know a lot of people have, but that social interaction is so important. But particularly when it is with like-minded people who, you know, share your values and your mindset, it just becomes that much more valuable, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We've done everything from with origami workshop, because one of the creatives who's part of it was kind of trialing, could they do origami workshops online and sort of earn a revenue stream from this? And so we did a trial night, and I guarantee you, I have never laughed as much when you have to make these models and you have to blow into them to inflate them. It was such a complete and utter giggle, but it was great for the company as well, because they've now go on to run those. So, you know, it's been a lot of helping members helping each other. And it's really grown, and Ben's done a truly incredible job with it.
That's incredible. So not only are you giving that sort of social interaction element to it, there's also the opportunity to kind of showcase your skills and trial these new services or products that actually are really, really important to small businesses and creators and makers when they're having to diversify within like this pandemic, really. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love that.
You need to come along. You'll love it. You need to come along.
Oh, totally. I'm there. And I think as well, Pip, it just shows like collaboration is very much running through the whole organisation, you know, whether it's coming from how you guys are funded to how you work, or even the projects that you're delivering, which is really awesome to see. And I think is a really good reflection on the community of Portsmouth as well, as we've seen through Portsmouth Pride. So you've spoken about a few projects. What other projects are there going on that that Portsmouth Creates are working on?
We've had one that's just finishing at the moment, is the We Believe art trail. So again, right at the beginning of lockdown, we were really concerned about the freelance artists across the city that had they'd lost their income, they'd lost all their projects. We wanted to see what we could do. So again, working with Councillor Steve Pitt and the council and the university, we managed to do a crowdfunding campaign to raise £10,000 to commission 20 artists. And those 20 artists made the most incredible posters and messages of belief and hope and spirit. And then they were put on poster boards to create art trails. around the city. So it was something people were on their daily hours exercise could go out and see these posters. And and for the artists, those £500 commissions have been described by the artists as lifesavers. It gave them a way to feed themselves. It gave them a way to just carry on. And it's also connected them all. We've seen a lot of collaborations between the artists that have started from that point. So it's been really good for them from a networking point of view. And that went onto the market, really. We were with the very kind help of the National Property Group. And again, with the council and the university, other partners, including Makers Guild and things, and Hot Walls Craft Studio, just trying to remember everybody. We managed to get a lease for Debenhams building in Palmerston Road, Handley's Corner, as it's now called. And the incredible Victorious team, I cannot praise them enough for all the time and effort they have donated to this project. They managed to strip out the entire basement floor, the bottom floor of Debenhams, and turn it into the most amazing arts and craft market. And we've run it. We were going to run it one weekend a month for 4 months. Unfortunately, we couldn't do November because of the second lockdown, but we are very much back this weekend. So all I can say is if you've got any Christmas presents to buy, or if you just want to treat yourself, come down to Handley's Corner this weekend. 125 makers. And all the COVID measures are in place. So we've got all of our sanitizers is donated by Portsmouth Distillery. And we've made sure it's as safe as it can be inside. And don't worry, they are selling their gin and rum inside as well. So you're covered if you were thinking they're just doing sanitizer. Don't panic.
Thanks goodness for that. I was having a little panic there. So that's this weekend, isn't it? And that's the We Create market. Now, tell us a little bit more about the building, because obviously it was such an innovative way to quickly make use of sort of dead space. And I know other cities and towns have tried to follow suit and actually really, really struggled. Was that just because of the incredible infrastructure that you guys had around you? Sort of what were the challenges you faced in trying to secure that building and that space?
Well, for us, that project was led by Terry from Victorious, who's just one of the very best project managers I've ever met in my life. So she was a key force in making it happen. And her and the wonderful family that is Victorious put in so much time, effort, money, energy into making it happen, because we all passionately believed that makers needed this, that people needed a space to sell. And I will never forget the opening day of the first market. I stood outside and watched people queue up the half an hour beforehand. And I swear we all had tears in our eyes, because we didn't know if it would work. We didn't know if people would come. We didn't know if Portsmouth would come out and support us. And we are just so incredibly grateful that they've come out to support their creatives. And it's just been a beautiful thing to see. I often stand on the door watching people come out with their purchases and their bags and saying goodbye and thank you to people. And it's just been lovely. I've seen so many pieces of art go out the door, and I've seen people with their chocolates and their rum and whatever else it might be, and their candles. And that's just been such a pleasure to see people connecting and doing just that little touch of normality in as safe as we can make it way. But those creatives go home and they can pay their mortgage at the end of the month. They can do all those things that they can't do without a way of selling their goods. But it's meant so much to so many, and I'm really humbled to be a tiny part of it. It's hats off to the Victorious team. It would not be possible without them.
That's incredible. That's incredible to hear. And do you remember roughly how many creators and makers you had at the first market?
First one was 65, because we were trialing it, and again we didn't know how many makers would want to come, so we did 65 the first time. Once we saw the incredible demand, we've been sold out for the markets for months. They sold out within a few weeks. Then the following month we doubled it to 125. Obviously we couldn't do November, and then we've got 125 again this December. But we're linking with other organisations around the city to look at follow-ons and other possibilities and things. I can't say too much at the minute, but just keep an eye on our website, and hopefully we might be able to have some further news in the future.
Now that is super exciting. You heard it here first. So go head over, like the Facebook page for Portsmouth Creates or the We Create market, and you'll be able to keep up to date with that. Now we are lucky enough as Portsmouth Pride to have a stall at the market this weekend. We've got the awesome Jen and Tom and Mikey from the community team. I'm sure we're going to have loads of different volunteers down there throughout the weekend. We are promoting a safer sex campaign. We've got some awesome unique limited edition prints as well, along with loads of really cool merch, lanyards, mugs and everything like that. So make sure you get yourselves down there and make sure you go and say hi to the team, because you know how excited they get. We get super excited to see you lovely lot. But so going back to the market, plug over, going back to the market, something that we noticed straight away are the incredible window displays. They're not, you know, they're not, I go up to London every year. We go up to see the Fortnum and Mason's window display, the Harrods display, the Liberty display. And honestly, I don't think that they are a touch on the window displays at the market at Handley's Corner. So whose kind of idea was that to really utilise the space?
One of the Victoria's team, Harry, has curated all of the windows, and he has done an incredible job. I mean, some of the things they've done just with ordinary household objects like builder's twine to create some of the intricate patterns in the windows, blown me away. It's just been a thing of beauty to watch come together. For the university, I know Denise Callender's done our windows and curated those every month. Paul Ganella and the Strong Island team have done windows at different times, and it's been all the organisations like Aspects Gallery and everyone else who said, "Yep, we'll come in, we'll do a month," and people have taken that space and done really beautiful, wonderful stuff with it. I mean, South Sea Bathing Hut had the wonderful bath in the window at various points. So it's been Joe Monroe doing live painting in the window. You know, just incredible. The way everybody's got together and made this happen as a community. Portsmouth Creates have been the name at the top, but really it's the community across the city that have made all this happen, and that's what matters. That's what it's about.
For sure. And I mean, we all know we need to be supporting local and how important it is, and how important it is now more than ever because of the pandemic. But to be able to go to a space that is like a one-stop shop for incredibly quality, valuable items of great value, made locally by our own community, it's just it's something money can't buy, really, because it's taking all the hard work out for you.
It's just awesome. I mean, we always joke we're all volunteer directors, and it's a running joke with all of us that the market costs us all personally a fortune because we spend so much money buying amazing stuff. I mean, I bought a table from Pompey Banana Club last time, and t-shirts from other, and candles and all sorts. There really is everything there, from amazing bespoke Christmas decorations. You know, and I have to give a shout out to Siobhan and Charlotte, who look after all the traders for us, because they've curated that so you don't end up with like 10 candle makers or whatever. It's nothing like that. It's very much, it's almost one of everything, and you know, and they do an amazing job of making sure it's a good match and the quality of the traders is right. So a lot of work goes into getting that right. And the atmosphere as well is always buzzing. We've had different DJs and radio stations involved. We've had Unmade Radio for the last month, and I think they're back again this month. Express FM did the first one for us. The amazing Darren Gamblin did that one. So yeah, it's been great to get everyone involved. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you know, just to have all these different people from all different parts of the city, different organisations come together is just magical, really. Obviously, Portsmouth is an amazing city, and I know that obviously you are so involved with everything that is going on here. So what would you say is your favourite thing about Portsmouth? What makes it so magical for you, Pip?
Oh, that's a really hard question. For me, it's the people. It's I mean, I have a day job at the university as well. I work in the Faculty of Creative and Cultural Industries as a business director. So I have a day job there. It's my wonderful colleagues. It's my co-directors. It's all of the amazing artists and companies I get to work with. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. The fact that, you know, everyone is so incredible and so talented, and it's a wonderful thing to be a part of.
And I mean, completely understandable. And I couldn't agree more. I think there's something about Pompey Bird that you cannot get anywhere else in the world, and I love it. So why did you get involved? How did you get involved with Portsmouth Creates? Because obviously I think you became a director in about May, is that right?
It was March, I think. It's just before the pandemic hit, because I think they asked me at the beginning of March. and I joined about the 5th or 6th of March or something, so just before we all went into lockdown. I was asked to join because I was a collaboration manager at that point in the university, so I've been working in creative industries on and off around the city for 20 years, since I graduated from Portsmouth in 2002, so I'm definitely showing my age now. Never a good thing to do, but
You're
yeah.
only as old as you feel, Pip.
Wow, yeah. But it's a lovely group of people, and I've been lucky enough to be doing it for a number of years. And so Terry and the board asked me if I'd like to join them, and I've never looked back from that moment. It's one of the best things to happen in 2020 for me, is my involvement in that.
And what an incredible thing to say, you know, when you look back on 2020, this was the moment that Portsmouth Creates was created and was born. Now, I must apologise if anybody's heard any grunting in the background. Our French Bulldog Coco is just below the camera and has decided to just, you know, chill out, snore. So if you can hear in the background, my apologies, it isn't a live pig, which it happens most episodes. If people have watched it, generally you will hear a pig-like noise at some point, and it's just Coco Chanel, the French Bulldog, as it happens. So I know we've had quite a few questions come in from viewers and people who have been desperate to kind of watch this evening. So Shan, are you there with some questions from viewers?
Hi. I've got a couple. Someone's asked, how do artists get involved and become exhibitors?
Again, all the details are on the website for that one. So if you're interested in taking part in the market, I know they are absolutely rammed to capacity for the weekend, but all the details went out on the website. And Instagram's a really good one to follow us on there, because we tend to do a lot of social media on there and we push information out that way. Yeah, website and social media really is how we're sharing information. Yeah, you can always drop an email to us, info@portsmouthcreates.co.uk, and the very awesome Billy, our communications officer, will pick that up and she'll be in touch.
Awesome. And for anyone, sorry Shan, for anyone who didn't quite catch that, Instagram, Twitter and website is rolling along underneath us, so yeah, feel free to write that down or have a look. I know Chantel's very good with the old tech, I'll tell you. She's the producer. So Chantel, any other questions from people?
How can people donate or invest in Portsmouth Creates?
I think, again, that would be a get in touch via the email. I mean, my email is pippa.bostock@port.ac.uk. I'm happy for people to contact me directly. I'm really easy to find on LinkedIn and Google and stuff, so you're welcome to get in touch with me or any of the other directors. And we'd love to have a conversation with you, because we're passionate about what we do, and the more people we work with, the more amazing stuff we can do. So, yeah, please get in contact.
There's a certain kind of magic that happens when people collaborate, I always find. Yeah, it's worked out pretty well so far. Someone's also asked, what has been your best buy from the Portsmouth Creates, from the market?
Oh, good question.
Oh, wow.
No pressure.
I'm torn between two, but I would have to say my table from Pompey Banana Club that I'm a little bit obsessed with. It's a silver metallic topped table, and I coveted it for the whole weekend, and they hadn't sold it by the end of Sunday. So at the end of the weekend, I went, okay, I've let everyone else have a chance. Can I buy it now?
That's just fate then, isn't it? That's not really your fault. You left it to the universe and it happened.
Yeah, it just had to come home with me. So there's also some amazing cakes I've had over the weekend. So I am torn between the two, but you know.
That sounds really good, actually. Who makes the cakes?
Oh, I'm not sure I'm going to remember all the names, but there was at least 2 or 3 stalls that had amazing cakes on. So I had a wonderful chocolate brownie from one, and another one had cupcakes. But yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I'm hungry because there's lots of things to try.
And we're not just trying to test you on stall name holders, by the way, Pip. This isn't a test. If people want to catch who's down to be at the market along with Portsmouth Pride, it's all on the We Create Market website, right?
Absolutely. You can see all the stall holders, and you can also see where they've got them links to their own social media or their own shop page. So you see something at the market and you think that the following day, I really should have bought that. We can try and connect you back to the company so you can do that. You wouldn't believe how many people did that last month. I had 4 friends on Saturday who messaged me Saturday night and went, oh, I should have bought X, Y, and Z. Can you go and buy it for me the next day? So I was doing a bit of a personal shopper service by the end of the weekend.
You're a shopping
Good idea.
But so if you do that and you walk away and you think I should have grabbed something, let us know. We'll try and connect you with the company where we can.
Amazing. I'm gonna come down on Sunday actually, because I'm in Portsmouth on Sunday, and I've been desperate to come down and have a little look, and obviously buy lots of things. But I knew it would be something that I'd end up finding loads of presents and stuff. So you've got to save your money for it.
One thing to let everyone know, if you have been before, normally the entrance is in Palmerston Road, because the Love Southsea market is also going on that weekend. We've flipped it round and our entrance is the other side of the building. So there'll be signs and people to let you know, but you're entering from, I think it's the Osborne Road side, round the other side of the building. So there's a one-way system. You come in, it's all clearly marked. Yeah, it's just a different entrance for those who've been before, but there'll be lots of people around to let you know and give you all the information.
And the market's running 10 till 4 on Saturday and on Sunday. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Perfect. So get yourselves down there, guys.
Oh, sorry, Georgia. I was just going to say it normally does end up with a little bit of a queue, but don't let the queue put you off because it moves really, really quickly. Because we're just spreading people out 2 meters between. So if people see it, they go, oh, the queue. But it doesn't. It's normally about a 10-minute wait, 10, 15 minutes maximum when you get in. So don't let that put you off.
And if you want to beat the queue, get there early. Just because it opens at 10, get down there. Early bird catches the worm, and obviously you're going to have first pick of everything as well and meet all those excited creatives and also our awesome community team. Well, Pip, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for giving us a bit more insight and understanding into the awesome stuff that Portsmouth Creates are doing, and we look forward to seeing you over the weekend at the We Creates market. Brilliant. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Oh, thank you so much, Pip. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Thanks, Pip.
Bye. Bye. Oh, that was cool.
And then it's just us.
It's us. So this is really exciting. It's going to be an opportunity this weekend to get down and meet some people and see people in person. How awesome's that?
I know. I was amazed the other day that I was actually allowed to go into a shop and look at stuff to buy.
Exactly. So to have all of those places in one space is really awesome. And to know that you'll be supporting lots of independents and small businesses at a time when these people and businesses really need it is awesome. So get yourselves down there, guys. It's the We Create market at Handley's Corner in Southsea, which is the old Debenhams building. As Pip said, there's a different entrance on Osborne Road side, but it's Palmerston Road and there'll be loads of signs. And our community team's going to be down there doing their thing, doing what they do best, and that is being lovely. But they're also going to have loads of awesome merch. We've had some really cool merch designed by our awesome graphic designer Tom from Karma Chameleon Designs, and he's designed some awesome logos of all different flags. So we've got some really cool ones, from the trans flag to the progression flag, to all different other ones, and it's going to be really, really cool. There's also the limited edition prints, lanyards, but more importantly than that, we're there to have a chat. We're there to talk about any LGBTQ plus issues, and we're there just to relate. You know, if you want to come down for a chat, if you're struggling with anything and you're struggling with loneliness and your mental health, we would love to see you. And I can't tell you there aren't a lovelier bunch of people than these guys. They're lovely and they're really, really accepting. So get yourselves down there 10 till 4 this weekend. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for all your help, Chantel, doing all your techie bits as you do. If anyone has any questions, feel free to get in touch with the show via our Facebook page. And don't forget to go and follow Portsmouth Creates on Instagram and Facebook, and check out their website for the whole list of different stalls that they have got this weekend at the market. If you run a community group or have an event or want to discuss something to do with LGBTQ+ issues, please message the page, get in touch, drop Chantel an email. We'd love to talk to you, and we want to shed light on issues and different things that are going on that we could kind of, well, yeah, shed light on and help bring some awareness to. So yeah, any issues, anything you want to talk about, let Chantel know. Drop us an email at info@portsmouthpride.org.uk. For now, we will see you this weekend at the We Creates Market. Chantel, thank you for all your help, and have a great evening, everyone. Take care now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.